Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Morrigan, and bid you all welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Last episode, we crowned a king for Orzammar. Or no, yes. And we also went ahead and helped out Shale recover parts of her missing identity. We have two more companion quests that we're going to try and tackle today. Both of which I accomplished in some test runs since the last episode. But they're going to be a little tricky. I'm going to try and actually prepare for it a little bit better today, since last time I kind of screwed it up. Now, here's the thing. We're going after Flemeth on behalf of Morrigan. I couldn't really find much information on what Flemeth was really weak to. Oh, that's, well, we want fire armor. I'm going to see if we can do ice damage. And when I tested this, I accidentally ran Sten in with a fire-based weapon. I believe it was fire-based. Hard to tell because of the bug with the item descriptions. I hate that we have to talk to this guy. Oh, wow. I'm missing a thing there. Might as well do that. And that has no runes on it whatsoever. Okay, so Starfang. We got a flame rune. I think that'll be better here. What else we got? Paralyze? I don't think that's gonna help here. I guess. Slow rune, frost rune. It's only journeyman. His doesn't have anything either. So we got two of those. One of those. Okay, so we got a lot of spell resist. I'm not sure that's actually that helpful, though. Maybe I'll swap one of these shitty ones out. That's versus Darkspawn. She's obviously not a Darkspawn. Cold Iron doesn't help. Unless you got Slow Rune, Frost Rune. Frost Rune. The fuck did it go? There it is. Alright, maybe that'll work. Is he so... poultices? Actually, he's... Ooh. You notice that he's got some runes of his own. Let's buy the good ones. And buy all thems. We're really going through money here, but it's not a big deal. It annoys me that I can't have her herbalize while we're in the camp. I was gonna whip up some poultices. I don't remember if I invested anything in Wind's ability to make things. Sten has a little bit for some reason. Actually, she does, so we're bringing her with us so she can make some poultices for us. I don't think we're going to run through them or even have time to run through them all anyway, but we'll see what we can do. I also have a flame weapon now that I look at it. It's not going to be that helpful, but we got some other runes I can slap on there. Hail rune, lightning rune. Get rid of the flame rune. Grandmaster Frost. It's my new rap nickname. Alright. I think that will suffice. So, we are going to go in with some tanks and a healer. Let's make our way to Flemeth. So the good thing is we don't go straight into a fight. Actually, as far as you, I think I want to keep What's the, really dangerous mode? Vessel of the Sphere. I actually don't want her to do that, because she's gonna keep getting stunned every time that wears off. So it might be best to keep that off. As powerful as it is, or as I suspect it is, I don't want to deal with it. Him, I want to self any. You need to keep... Well, he needs that active. I don't know why it isn't active, because... Oh. So I'm gonna have to change this to ally. Being attacked by melee attack. Use taunt. You, I want... Well, you also should keep that active. So hopefully with those... And... So I don't want that. Penalty to defense for bonus damage. Guess we'll do that. For some reason I have that on there twice. Alright, hopefully that'll be everything we need. Let's give this a shot.
And so you return.
I do indeed.
Lovely Morrigan has at last found someone willing to dance to her tune. Such enchanting music she plays, wouldn't you say?
Well, then you shouldn't have sent her with us. We know your little secret, Flemeth.
Which one, I wonder? What has Morrigan told you? What little plan has she hatched this time?
She knows how you extend your unnatural lifespan.
That she does. The question is, do you? Ah, but it is an old, old story. One that Flemeth has heard before, and even told. Let us skip right to the ending, shall we? Do you slay the old wretch as Morrigan bids, or does the tale take a different turn?
What do you propose?
Morrigan wishes my grimoire? Take it as a trophy. Tell her I am slain.
And what happens to you?
I go. Perhaps I surprise Morrigan one day. Or I may simply watch. It would be interesting to see what she does with her freedom. Enlightening, even. Would you give an old woman that?
Not very encouraging, seeing as you are giving me not even the faintest promise that you would not go after Morrigan in the end. So, forget it.
Shame. What will it be, then?
Now you die.
It is a dance poor Flemeth knows well. Let us see if she remembers the steps. Come. She will earn what she takes. I'd have it no other way.
Oh, she got big. Okay, first things first. Go. Go do a Sunder Armor, I guess. I don't know what Wynn's trying to do. She's trying to move. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to level up Sten. I don't really know what Rally does, but it's sustained, so we'll do it.
Shall we crush something?
And you... Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot you could only select the first one, because this thing is stupid. And we can make some regulars. You'll probably need some of these. Alright, so we give this another shot. Alright. Go. Go. Go, I guess. Her in melee is probably not going to be the best idea, but it's what I got. See if I can just wing her with it. Why did Wynn run all the way in there? For Christ's sake. Okay, well, already my rogue is dead because Wynn fucking distracted me. So we're off to a terrible start. Wynn! What the fuck are you doing? Stay away! Oh my god. If I could keep everybody separated. I didn't even know I had this ability.
Is that all you got? I must.
Alright.
We'll never know what hit him.
That's right. Take a dive. So that's it for Flemeth. Wasn't too horrible. Definitely suffered through worse encounters.
Let's get...
But she still is kind of a tough fight. The thing about her is she stays still. So an easy thing to do, which I didn't really have a setup for, is to get a really tanky melee character. Get them to use like taunt and anything that pulls threat on them. And then have a mage cast force field on them. Then they're pretty much completely immune. Flemeth focuses pretty heavily on them. Try and keep your threat low on everybody else as they just do shit tons of damage. That's best done with multiple ranged heavy characters. Unfortunately, I don't really have any of that in my party. The biggest screw-up I pretty much did in preparation for this is the fact that Morrigan is my biggest damage dealer at range out of my entire party, and obviously she can't come here. Actually, I meant to show what happens when you do bring her here. Basically, she gets mad and muses about what Flemeth is and what she does and all sorts of stuff, and yeah, you lose a lot of approval with her if you are foolish enough to try and bring her along.
You have returned from the wilds, alive. What news have you?
Flemeth is dead. You're free.
Dead? You actually managed it? I barely dared to hope 'twas even possible. And the real grimoire, did you find it?
Yes, here it is.
And so here it is. Fantastic. And thank you for helping me. No one has ever... Thank you.
You're welcome.
we are hopefully free of any further pressing obligations involving my protection. Let us return to the road, shall we?
To be fair, so that's a lot of approval out of her. But to be fair, I don't think her protection, considering Flemeth gave her to us to deal with the Darkspawn threat, I don't think her life was in any real threat as long as the Blight was going on. But obviously the question is, how soon after the Blight is finished would she be in danger? And would we, at that point, be in a position to protect her? Somehow I doubt it. Actually, I've never gotten to the end game without doing that before, so I don't know what would really happen in the epilogue if we left Morrigan alive, left Flemeth alive.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
It's like you don't even know me. So Flemeth is dead. What now?
Now I have enough time to study Mother's grimoire to find a way to prevent her from stealing my body in the future. For she will be back. One day, I have no doubt of that. And if I cannot protect myself, one day I will track her down again in whatever body she inhabits, and she will die again, and again if need be. But there is no need to think of such things now. I have you to thank for saving me, so let us return to the task of dealing with the Darkspawn, no?
Yes. I'm glad you're safe.
Let us go. There is much to be done before... There is still much to be done.
Indeed. We got a little more approval. I just want to edge it out a little bit more because she's not quite at her max approval for us to get the major magic or whatever.
Your command.
But before I do that, let me save and make sure I don't screw this up.
I await your command. We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time.
Not
I await
anything
your
useful
command.
there.
So, full of questions, are you?
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
You really had no trouble with them?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Flemeth used you as bait?
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Do you still think that was fun?
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary. There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
You're probably right.
An enlightened view, or at least an agreeable one. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
And there we have it. Alright, major magic. So she is even more powerful than she was before. Should be helpful. I don't think I've gone through all of Ogren's bullshit, have I?
Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why.
What's wrong, Ogren?
Nothing. I'm fine. Just, I got a hornet in my eye is all. Did you want to talk about something?
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
Are you sure you're fine with what happened with Bronca?
Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left, anyway.
Imagine she wasn't that crazy when she left.
Oh, you don't know her. She was cracked like a glass floor. Before she was a paragon, I mean. After that, she really fell apart. I mean, she leaves me and flits about with that water-tart Hespith. What's she got that I don't? Just the thought of the two of them together, kissing and licking and intertwined on the floor of the deep roads. I'm just gonna go back to the tent for a moment. Excuse me.
Alright, well thank God I bought tissues.
Pull up a drink, Warden. Join me in my sodding hole.
Well, I hope you're cleaned up after that. Something bothering you?
Nah, just tired is all. Did you want to talk about something? What about?
How do you like the surface?
It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale. Oh, who'd have thought? Ale made with grain. Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy.
You know, it actually brings up a good point. For the record, I don't exactly know what the best dialogue options are to get his approval up here, so I apologize if I'm kind of picking the wrong ones. I don't like this system, so I don't pay too much attention to it, and I really should just for the sake of min-maxing everybody's stats and everything. But he does bring up a good question, which is in a lot of fantasy settings, especially the Dungeons and Dragons inspired ones, it's very common for dwarves to like be brewmasters and like know the ins and outs of like making beer and mead and shit like that. I always had to question where do they get it from, and to that matter, what kind of agriculture do they even have? Like, how do they eat? How do they make anything, considering they're always supposed to live underground?
Just leave me alone, Warden. Seriously.
So he goes through some major mood swings in a matter of seconds. Are you upset about something?
Upset? Ugh. I don't get upset. I get drunk. Did you want to talk about something?
Can you teach me to fight like you do?
You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day. You're a monster on the field already, Warden. But your style just doesn't give itself to mad rage. Too much thinking, too much, finesse. But if you know someone fit for this type of work, I'll teach him. It'll be nice to have another berserker to grunt at for a change.
Tell me more about berserkers.
What the sod is there to know? You get mad, you fly into battle, and things die. It's pretty simple. The hard part is getting in touch with your rage. We all learn to hold that back. It's why we don't kill every duster who looks at us sideways. You need to shut that off. For some people, being in battle is enough. But others have to think about something. Violence, monsters, nobles, your wife, whatever.
Your wife?
Aye, especially my wife.
Just thinking about it works?
Well, for most berserkers it does. Several years ago, I worked with a berserker on one expedition who just couldn't work himself up. We had to kick him in the stones before he could get going.
Why would you want to fight that way?
Why not? When you fight, you get mad. By the stone, it's a sodding tactic to enrage your enemy so he makes a mistake, right? Berserkers grab that anger and drink it like it's yesterday's ale. Then we turn it against our foes and watch the limbs fly.
Let's talk about something else.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
What about?
Do you miss Orzammar?
What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly? They treated me like a puddle fly back there. I'm never going back. All right. Aye, all right then. What you need? What about?
What's it like being a warrior in Orzammar?
You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved.
What do you mean?
I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight, and when you win, and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for.
Let me see what you mean.
You toss a nug to a deep stalker, you don't expect it not to eat the thing, right? This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions? Alright. Alright then.
Okay, I don't think we got any approval change out of that.
Hey, Warden, you gotta hear this one. This human walks into a tavern, and there's an elf there, and she says... she says...
Just spit it out already.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
We'll clean up that mess later. Alright, so, yeah, not a whole lot to get out of him there. I don't remember. I swear I had a lot more stuff to give him as far as, like, gifts. But I might have left that... I think we have a storage back at the Warden's Keep, and I might have left it all there. But, anyway, I mentioned last episode that in order to continue Leliana's quest, we need to bring her along as we travel somewhere. We get a random ambush. And I want to double check, make sure she's all leveled up. You haven't leveled up either. Might as well do... Oh no, I've been saving him. Because I'm not using him. And I want to be sure that he's not too dangerous later in case something happens. Which shouldn't happen. Well, I'm just playing it carefully anyway. Let's give her some constitution just to make sure she holds up. And some cunning, I guess. So Leliana... I've never used her, but basically, she's fully kitted out as an archer. So I might as well finish all that off. Her rogue skills are completely useless because you really only need one party member with most of this shit. The only difference being these two trees here. But she's also a ranger, and I haven't even completely forgot to even invest in that. Scatter shot could be useful. Maybe not. Let's start some ranger shit. So she gets to summon a familiar of sorts. So that'll do for now. Let's bring her, and her.
Yes.
And just to check, I'm gonna go to Soldier's Peak and see if we got anything in storage there for Ogren. I feel like you're taking the long way there. So we get ambushed right outside the circle tower. There's nothing distinctive about this fight until you get through it, but basically... this guy is the only one who you need to fight. I'm gonna have her go up there. You... oh, I never gave her a bow.
Stop. Don't kill him.
What? Why not?
He is no common bandit. None of them were. Their weapons and armor are of fine make, and they are well trained. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who are you?
Someone who regrets taking you on. I was told it would be an easy job. Kill the little red-haired girl. Deal with the others as we pleased.
Kill the... You came to kill me?
Does this have something to do with Orlais?
It could. You may be right. Who sent you? Why am I wanted dead?
I don't pay to ask why someone wants someone else dead. I just need to know what to do and where to get my money. Ha! Money. I'll be lucky to get away with my life, it seems. Maybe we could work something out. You like the idea?
Speak quickly.
I've no real quarrel with you. Wasn't me that wanted you dead. But I know how you can find the one who does.
Your life for information, then.
I have some directions written down on how to get to the house. It's in Denerim. Yeah, it's the best I can do.
Thank you. Now leave. I never want to see you again.
Get lost before we change our minds.
Don't worry. I'll not trouble you no more.
It's Marjolaine. It has to be.
Why now?
Maybe someone saw me. Maybe she's finally found me and wants to finish what she started.
What do you wish to do?
She needs to answer for what she's done to me. If we are ever in Denerim, I would like to seek her out.
Go as soon as possible.
Perhaps it's time to settle this score for good.
Indeed. How odd that she should choose to show herself and come after you again almost immediately after we talked to you about it. It's almost like if we never brought it up, you would have been totally fine. Okay, I do have storage here. And would you look at that, it's full of booze. Actually, I should bring all of this. Come on. All that for stuff and stuff. Oh, yeah. That seems very helpful. Do I have any? I don't have any new armor for you. You're still... Oh, no, you're wearing the drakeskin stuff, which is not bad. Might as well give you those. Anything else in here? Nah. Alright, well, let's let Ogren get his drink on and try and cheer him up.
By my ancestors, this is a wonderful gift!
Sipping whiskey.
That looks fine indeed. That looks fine indeed.
Glad you like it. So we got minor constitution out of him. Now we got moderate constitution out of him. See if he has anything new to
There
say.
you are. Wanted to talk to you.
Why is your helmet still on? What about?
You and I, we've... You know how sometimes you spend time with people and things.
And things? Take your time, what is it?
I was thinking, I do know some people out here on the surface. A person, actually. A girl I knew in Orzammar. Before I left, obviously.
Who is she?
Her name's Felsi. She and I were friends after Branka left for the deep roads. I'm sure she's forgiven me by now. Thought maybe I'd track her down, see how she's been living.
Well, she's been forced on the surface. I cannot imagine she's gonna be thrilled to see you. Do you know how to find her? What is she doing on the surface? I'm actually more interested.
What? Why are you asking me? I didn't do anything. I tried to look her up the last time we were at Lake Calenhad.
We were never there with
She
you.
wasn't at work at the inn. At home with her sick mother, they said. I figured it was just the ancestors telling me something. But I keep thinking about her.
We can go back.
Well, and a good friend you are, Warden. I'll think about you if we ever... no, actually, that would be gross. No, what was it you wanted to say? Aye, alright then.
Now you take your helmet off. Alright, so another quest out of him. Let's turn in gems for the dwarfs. I don't think gems are used for anything else. I hope I'm not wrong about that. Because I'm giving them all. We'll give... And we don't have death
You're
roots.
better with every step you take.
And let's give... Alright, well, some XP out of that. We're at 20 Constitution. Hopefully they'll allow us to survive some blows here and there. I don't remember what survival does outside of, like, context-sensitive stuff. Ah, shit, no, I can't. I need the combat training. Dual weapon exploit. Cripple. Momentum. Do expert. I kind of like passive bonuses because I already have so many damn skills to try and manage.
So, all this time we've spent together, you know, the tragedy, the brushes with death, the constant battles with the whole blight looming over us. Will you miss it once it's over?
Makes me tear up just thinking about it.
Ha! There'll be no more running for our lives. No more darkspawn. Ugh. And no more camping in the middle of nowhere. I know it might sound strange, considering we haven't known each other for very long, but I've come to care for you a great deal. I think maybe it's because we've gone through so much together. I don't know. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I'm fooling myself. Am I? Fooling myself? Or do you think you might ever feel the same way about me?
You know, considering we started this journey over 3 years ago, it would not be surprising. I think I already do.
So I fooled you, did I? Good to know. That wasn't too soon, was it?
I don't know, I need more testing to be sure.
Well, I'll have to arrange that then, won't I? Maker's breath, but you're beautiful. I am a lucky man. Now, let's get back to what we were up to before, lest I forget why we're here.
Alright, well, we sure cheered him up. I don't know if that necessarily changes anything at the ending, but, I guess time will tell. So, we are going to head to...
Indeed, yes.
Denerim and wrap up this mess with Marjolaine before we, I guess, head to Lake Calenhad to look for Ogren's old flame. And for the record, I don't know about the companion quest, but I can tell you that none of these other quests we have go away once we hit the... Settle down, ladies. I just realized we have the anti-sausage fest going on here.
If we have time, I would like to look for Marjolaine. We have a score to settle.
That's actually exactly why we're here, Miss Short-Term Memory. What was I saying? Yeah, none of these quests go away once you hit the Landsmeet section, but I don't remember if the companion quests do, so we're gonna sort through all those before we...
This should be easy enough.
Advance that.
Let's...
Okay, we got some angry fools here. Jesus Christ, everybody's leveled up.
I am ready.
I forgot that happens.
I tried to be merciful.
Weapons at the ready.
Thought Morrigan was about to fly in there and open the door. That would have been stupid. Might as well give her a bear. So the Mana Clash is a tricky spell to use. I don't think I've really been able to pull it off well before. I'm not really sure what like the parameters are to make it work, but it's just really fussy. It's very susceptible to dice rolls. Arcane Shield might help. Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna want that
Let's get started.
Chain Lightning to be recharged before we go in there. So let's hang out for a moment. Alright, let's do it.
This should be easy enough.
Leliana. Ah, so lovely to see you again, my dear.
Spare me the pleasantries. I know you're...
Oh, you must excuse the shabby accommodations. I try to be a good host, but you see what I have to work with. This country smells like wet dog everywhere. I cannot get the smell out. Even now it is in my hair, my clothes. Ugh.
Why do you send assassins after Leliana?
So businesslike, your companion.
You framed me, had me caught, and tortured. I thought that in Ferelden I would be free of you, but it seems I am not. What happened to make you hate me so? Why do you want me dead so badly?
Dead? Nonsense. I know you, my Leliana. I know what you are capable of. 4 or 5 men you can dispatch easily. They were sent to give you cause to come to me. And see, here you are.
Could have just sent her a letter.
Ignore what she says. She's lying.
Of course she is.
I know how she works. What are you up to, Marjolaine? Why are you in Ferelden?
In truth, you have knowledge that you can use against me. For my own safety, I cannot let you be. Did you think I did not know where you were? Did you think I would not watch, my Leliana? What is she up to, I thought? The quiet life, the peasant clothes, hair ragged and messy like a boy. This is not her. You were planning something, I told myself, so I watched. But no letters were sent, no messages, you barely spoke to anyone. Clever, Leliana, very clever. You almost had me fooled. But then, you left the Chantry so suddenly. What conclusion should I draw? You tell me.
You think I left because of you? You think I still have some plan for revenge? You are insane, paranoid.
Not everything is about you, Marjolaine.
Oh, is that what you think? If I were you, I would believe nothing she says. Not a one. She will use you. You look at her and you see a simple girl, a friend, trusting and warm. It is an act.
I am not you, Marjolaine. I left because I didn't want to become you.
Oh, but you are me. You cannot escape it. No one will understand you the way I do, because we are one and the same. Do you know why you were a master manipulator, Leliana? It is because you enjoyed the game. You reveled in the power it gave you. You cannot change or deny this.
Let's just deal with her and go.
You will not threaten me or my friends again, Marjolaine. I want you out of my life forever.
You know she will hound you as long as she lives.
You've caused too much pain for too many, Marjolaine. It ends here.
And you think you can kill me like that? I made you, Leliana. I can destroy you just as easily.
Oh, sure. So this part's actually kind of hilarious, because she is a boss enemy. She's obviously got the health bar and everything. She doesn't have any weapons or really any skills to speak of. She just has a lot of hit points.
It's over. She's dead. She's dead because of me.
She's dead because of
I
herself.
need some time to myself. We will talk later.
Nah, she's dead because she's stupid. Came all the way here thinking she could deal with you. Instead of just letting sleeping dogs lie. It's all her own damn fault. Alright, well. Unfortunately, she doesn't really have a lot to loot in here. She does have a nice bow for Leliana, though. But Leliana does not have enough dexterity to wield it. So that's gonna have to wait. Alright, well, let's head back to camp and, I guess, kind of debrief and decide what happens next as far as Leliana is concerned. So here's the thing. Obviously, the same thing kind of happens with Alistair, where this is the opportunity to sort of so-called harden his personality, her personality. And what that does, as far as gameplay perks, I really don't remember, but it's supposed to make her just more, I guess, less naive, less innocent, less empathetic, and more like she was in Orlais, kind of like free-spirited and, you know, nasty and manipulative and kind of selfish. So in her case, I really don't want that. With Alistair, I was okay with it because he was kind of a wimp, and now I've gotten him to be more impulsive and confident. With her, it's just kind of, had, you know, plenty of self-confidence. It's just, in this case, as a person, it would make her really nasty and harder to trust, I would think. Not that it really has a gameplay effect, but just as a role-playing kind of thing. I kind of want to keep her even-tempered.
Oh, hello. Is there something you wanted to talk about?
I'd like to talk about what happened today.
It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm just thinking.
What about?
I can't get what happened out of my head. I'd been in Lothering for years, and she still thought I was plotting against her. She didn't trust me. Maybe she never did. She loved me when she could use me and control me. And now that she can't, she wants me dead.
Wanted.
It hurts to realize that I never really knew her.
Maybe you did and didn't want to admit it.
I knew she was ruthless, but I didn't know how far she could go. She is self-serving, cruel. She uses people, then discards them. But that's how she survives in the life she leads. Well,
Led.
What if she's right? What if we're the same? I should just have stayed in the Chantry.
She would have attacked you there eventually.
Maybe, but that is not the point. I was a different person there. I forgot my life as a bard while I was in the cloister. I felt safe. I didn't have to watch my back all the time. That's what made Marjolaine the person she is, don't you see? It ruined her. It will ruin me too. It's already happened. When we killed her, I enjoyed it. Seeing her dead gave me satisfaction.
It's only human. Don't punish yourself.
But that is no reason to rejoice over her death. That is what she would do. I don't want that. What we're doing, what we've done, hunted men down, killed them. Part of me loves it. It invigorates me, and this scares me. I feel myself slipping.
Marjolaine chose who she became, so can you.
How can you be so sure?
Evil doesn't worry about not being good.
That is true. I can always trust you to show me things from a different perspective. I would like to be alone for now. I have many things to consider. Thank you for listening to me.
Now we got Major cutting out of hers, so that pretty much maximizes her potential. Alrighty, well. It's been a long episode, but I think before we wrap it up, as far as Ogden's quest, I don't remember how this turns out. Lives near Lake Calenhad, so I guess I would think that would be.
Yes.
Supposedly she works at the docks, or at an inn by the docks, so I think we gotta head there. I have no idea why he seems to think that we had been here before. Alright, we'll bump his constitution. I remember giving him Templar. Did I give him that? Okay, well, he's maxed out that, so... not much else but the warrior path to go for. Unless I wanted to make him a Templar, which might not be a bad idea.
There she is. I'm gonna go talk to her. Look, you gotta back me up here. Got it?
She's not a Genlock. You can handle her on your own.
You haven't met her, I take it.
How dangerous can she be?
We parted company under less than friendly terms.
Maybe I should talk to her first.
Find out how much she misses old Ogren or who I have to kill, and then I'll go sweep her off her feet. That's me, Mr. Charm.
Of course, I'm sure it'll work out exactly as you planned.
What can I get for you? And don't say mead. We ran out of that a week ago. And don't say rum, either. Ran out the day before yesterday. And don't say brandy.
How about cognac? Why all the liquor shortages?
Have you seen how desperate people are now? They just want to drink to forget what's happened. Some ran out of coin and started paying in food, chickens, whatever they had.
Felsi! I need tables clean, girl!
I've got a customer.
Your name's Felsi?
Aye, who wants to know?
You don't happen to know a fellow named Ogren, do you?
Ugh, did you have to bring his name up? I just ate.
Not exactly a fan of his, then.
You could say that. You could also say I would rather kiss a deep stalker on the lips than see him again.
What happened between you two?
What happened? Is that a serious question? Have you met Ogren? He got drunk. Drunker than usual, even. Took off his pants and challenged a roast nug to a wrestling match at my father's funeral. He lost, by the way. The roast got him in an arm lock. He sat there crying for half an hour before someone pulled it off him.
How did he lose to a piece of meat?
It was a sodding good roast.
Felsi, what in Andraste's name are you doing? The tables, girl!
All right! I've got to get back to work.
Alright, well, might want to keep that helmet on, buddy.
Well, what does she say?
She hasn't exactly forgiven you for the Nug incident.
Ah, that fight was rigged. Anyway, the guard said it wasn't worth pressing charges, so she's no call to hold a grudge. Did she say anything else?
Go get her.
Just be ready to pry her off when she throws herself at me. We don't want to make a scene here. Well, don't pry her off me too soon. I mean, a little scene's all right. Are you sure you're not a baker? 'Cause you got a sodding nice set of buns.
Well, look what the nug dragged in. I should have known you were in the neighborhood, by the stench. What are you doing here?
Just trying to kick back with a pint. Fighting Darkspawn's a lot of sodding work, you know?
You're fighting Darkspawn?
I'm gonna sit back for a little bit.
Well, someone's gotta do it, you know? Can't leave a blight to the humans. They'll just muck it all up.
The whole surface to choose from, and you just happened to come to my tavern?
Well,
Alright, I'll give him my girlish wisdom to see if we can move this along.
What? Oh, right. It's fate, Felsi. What can I say?
Fate? The ancestors must have a sense of humor then.
Sure they do. You've had a good look at Lady Helmy, haven't you? If her face isn't a joke the ancestors are playing, I'm a Bronto's behind.
So, Lady Helmy must be a paragon of beauty then.
Tell her you've been thinking of her.
I've been thinking about you, Felsi.
What do you want, Ogren?
Nothing. Just thought I'd see how you were doing is all. Well, maybe that and grease up the Bronto, if you know what I mean.
Well, you've seen me. You'll have to go back to Orzammar for the Bronto.
God, do I really... I'll give it a shot. Can't waste time here. The Queen's waiting for us.
Oh, the Queen needed a new fool, did she?
Oh well, it's been fun, Felsie, but I better go.
Wait, you're leaving? You just got here. I haven't called you a shaft rat yet.
Well, you can't keep the archdemon waiting. You hurt its feelings, it might just turn the whole blight around and go home. Nobody wants that.
Well, you don't need to fight it right now, do you? I mean, you could have a pint first. You could call me a surly Bronto. I could tell you that you smell like nug droppings.
I'll tell you what, I got some things I gotta do, but I'll come back for that pint when things are settled, you frigid deep stalker.
Fine, but you better not keep me waiting, you worthless copper-plated sword cast.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Well, apparently, that was just a piece of foreplay that I was totally unprepared for.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today?
I don't know why he still has a quest marker over his head. I have no idea what that's about, and I have not been able to figure that out. Did you get what you wanted out of that?
I still got it.
Clearly. So what are you leaving for? Go get her.
Don't you know anything about women? You gotta make 'em wait. Play hard to get. Might as well rest up while I can. You ready to go? Aye, alright then.
Okay, well, that was an interesting diversion. But I guess that'll settle it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very kindly for watching. I don't know why these fools are still chilling here. Next episode, I don't know, I'll figure it out. We might be moving on to the Landsmeet so that we can advance some quests and get more shit done. But until then, thank you all very kindly for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Excuse me, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, subscribe to my stream archive channel, links in the description below if you are interested, and we'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful night.